Thanks so much for tuning back in. We are live here at the Navigate Credit Union Broadcast Center with our third and final guest from Barnaby's Public House. Dave and Nate, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
You know what? I'm delighted to be here.
Of course. Now, you are new to the downtown dining scene, and we're really excited to have you because there's not quite anything like Barnaby's in the city.
I don't think there is. I think it's a unique craft cocktail bar. The interior is very unique. A lot of wood. Reminds you of the old-time pre-prohibition bars.
Yeah.
Nice zinc top bar, so it definitely stands out.
It's a good-looking bar. Good-looking bartenders, yeah.
Oh, okay. So good-looking everything.
It's just a pretty. It's a pretty situation.
Yeah, looks pretty. So tell me a little bit about both of yourselves before we start talking about Barnaby's and all of the cool, fun things that they have to offer.
Yeah, I can tell you. I've been in the restaurant business a long time. I'm a partner at Providence Coal Fire Pizza as well.
Okay, so you're very familiar with the restaurant industry.
That's correct, and my partners from there are alongside me at Barnaby's.
Awesome.
So it's been great. We love Providence. We hope to continue to grow.
I'm sure you will.
Get like 25 years in the business, so we're looking for a long future.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. I've actually never bartended before in my life. This is actually my first time behind the stick. He took one look at me. He's like, this guy's got tattoos. Got a progressive haircut.
Profile
He's like kind of hipster vibe. He's just like, this guy gets it. So here I am. But realistically, though, I've actually been bartending for 13 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've done this once or twice.
So you know how to mix up a good drink?
I shake everything. Manhattans, vodka sodas, gin and tonics.
You shake it all.
It's more theatrical. People appreciate a shake.
They do. They do.
Stirring's kind of boring. They're like, look at him. He really seems like he knows what he's doing back there.
Definitely. As long as if you shake a nice cocktail, it'll make it look like you have control over everything.
Well, the word is perception is reality. So it's like if you present yourself in a professional light,
people are going to take you that way.
Sucker.
Awesome. So I think that Barnaby's has a really cool history and story behind it. So tell me a little bit about the background of Barnaby's and the kind of the people who have been involved in the public house.
Yeah, so my partner is Ed Restivo, Mike Solomon, Mike Santos. We took the history of the building, which is the Conrad building, and we did some research, and we found that J.B. Barnaby was the actual individual who built the building, and he built it for his daughter and her husband, whose name was Conrad, and that's what named the building.
Conrad building.
And Barnaby's is the name of the place because of the individual who actually built the building. And he was a big socialite back in pre-prohibition times.
He was a big deal.
Right, and his home is on the west side, which is Barnaby's Castle.
Okay.
That's the connection.
Cool.
He was
so
like
that's
a real
how we
life
came up with it.
It's Burgundy. It's kind of a big
kind
of a big deal. Well, he sold clothes, so he was a clothes horse.
Okay.
And that's how he made his fortune. Selling cloths. So good for him.
It was the first series.
Fine garments.
Yeah. So you did a little bit of digging into the research of the building, which I really like. Providence is very, very rich.
A lot of history.
And there's so many cool things to kind of dig into. So he built the building for his daughter.
Correct. Built the building for his daughter, and then he eventually passes away. His wife inherits all the money. His wife is now dating a doctor.
Okay.
And she moves to Colorado, and she dies from being poisoned from a bottle of whiskey that was sent in the mail to her.
Okay.
Death by mail.
Death by mail.
And
so this is.
That being said, all of the liquor we have, it's unopened.
It's safe.
I try it all.
I'm not going to be mailing you any bourbon.
Everything is fine. It's a massive whiskey library, but don't worry, I try all the bottles myself. Quality control, several times.
Sure it's not poison.
Twice as nice is what I always say.
Yes. So that is really interesting. So somebody mails her a bottle of whiskey.
That has been poisoned.
And then
she dies.
So who was the killer?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know that they've ever really. There's a lot of theories on who did the killing. Some say the doctors. Some say some other people.
The CIA.
But it's an actual trial. If you come to Barnaby's, you can see pictures of the actual jury. We have a lot of the old pictures on the wall, so you can actually see what's going on with the history there.
Oh, I love that.
Well, it's such a part of the whole building, so it's like you might as well embrace the whole culture and going into the cocktails, for instance. I put dates on all the cocktails. So
do you really?
Yeah. Okay, well, I was a history major in college.
Wow.
So I feel like this is a nice way for me to use my degree for good.
Yeah.
My mom's impressed. She's like, look at you. Really getting after it. Thanks, Mom.
I'm naming all of the cocktails after yours.
Yeah. Ideally. So I try to do.
What year is your favorite cocktail?
I would say 2019. It's an original of mine.
2019.
Actually.
Really
I
good
just
cocktails.
Looked at the man in the mirror and I'm like, you got this. You got this guy. No, I would say Sazerac, actually. It's an 1850 cocktail. It's a New Orleans cocktail. I'm a big whiskey guy. The little whiskey bottle tattooed there, just in case people are like, how's your old-fashioned skills? I'm like, I've
consider myself pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Yeah, so Sazerac's one of my favorite cocktails of all time. It's going to be rye whiskey cocktail. You get a nice little absinthe rinse in the glass, a little bit of sugar, Peychaud's bitters, rinse that with absinthe as well, so it has like a nice lightish pinkish color, lemon expression on top. So it's just like it's just nice. It's like a subtle sweetness. You know, it's like a good cocktail for spring, good cocktail for the dead of winter.
You are selling me on it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, sure.
Now, so you guys have a pretty great selection of bourbons, whiskeys. What kind of things are on the shelf?
There's going to be, I mean, good Lord, what's not on the shelf? We have a Boss Hogg, which is a very delightful bottle of rye whiskey. If you're a rye whiskey fan, I've sold about half of it so far. It is probably the best rye whiskey I've ever had in my life. Wow. I've been drinking rye legally for the last 13 years. It's my favorite spirit of all time, and they just do a great job. It's actually Vermont-based. If you look online, too, they've won so many awards. Like they won the Best in Show at the Spirit, San Francisco Spirit Competition. You know, it's a big deal. It's probably my favorite bottle right now.
They should be sponsoring you. You love it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'll take sponsorship if they want to send me. If they want to send me something, it's incredibly difficult. I think there's maybe 3 bottles in all of Rhode Island, I want to say.
Wow.
Yeah, we were fortunate to get our hands on one.
That's amazing.
The guy delivered it to me. Like he drove it there himself, like on a little pillow, and I'm just like, that's precious.
Yes, this is beautiful.
So thank you, liquor representative.
Yes. Now to go with.
I don't want to say his name, but I don't want to blow him up.
Okay, so we're gonna keep it under wraps.
Well, because he owes me. So
oh, okay.
It's fine.
He owes you a favor.
Yeah, exactly.
So the Prohibition era style vibe is what we're getting when we go into Barnaby's.
Correct.
So that's what we're finding in the cocktails, and they're all named after years of that time frame.
Yeah, so everything is going to be, it's the cocktail menu, it's 13 drinks, so it's going to be 9 classics. So we have like, you know, Manhattan, Sazerac, Ward 8, which is a Boston, Massachusetts classic cocktail, Cloverclut, one of my favorite gin cocktails of all time, egg whites, fresh raspberry syrup, fresh lemon juice, I juice lemon juice every day, these hot little hands, and egg whites, and it's delicious. Fresh raspberry on top, Angostura bitters. It's gorgeous. It's like my favorite gin cocktail for people that think they don't like gin. I'm like, no, you love it.
Now you love gin.
No, you love gin. You just have never had a proper gin cocktail before. Challenge accepted.
Yes. Now tell me a little bit about, now you said egg whites, and I love, when I see egg whites in a cocktail, I really love it. But some people don't quite understand.
You should roll through.
What makes egg whites in a cocktail so great?
It kind of just makes it sexy, you know. Honestly, it adds body, it adds viscosity. There's a masterful flavor component there. Mm-hmm. It softens every flavor. It brings out subtle nuances that would never be there if you did not use the egg whites. Like an egg white cocktail, a good example of this is like classic whiskey sour, for instance.
Supposed to have egg whites.
Some people think it's like a whiskey sour. Oh yeah, it's like a little squirt from like a sweet and sour gun. Mm-mm. Juice. Like, no, that's disgusting. No, it's rye whiskey, fresh lemon juice, simple syrup, egg whites, dry shake, and that is a masterful cocktail. Angostura bitters on top.
Wow.
So yeah,
you really are fine-tuning the craft.
Yeah, I've done this before.
Once or twice.
He's passionate about what he does.
Yeah, I care. Sure. I care deeply. I'm not. I wasn't just hired for my looks. You know, that's a bonus. No, I mean you get it. You know.
So tell me about what's coming out of the kitchen at Barnaby's.
The food there is really to complement the bar. So it's a elevated bar food, like we like to call it, and it's a lot of good sandwiches, burgers. You got Brussels sprout appetizers, cauliflower appetizers.
Yeah, the Brussels sprouts. That's the move, I think.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And we even have like a Korean style barbecue rib. So we get a lot of good options, and it's really to complement the food so that people can spend more on tasting good drinks that Nate's making. That's really what it's there for.
Okay.
Thanks, Dave. I will stay. Yeah. Appreciate it.
It's a good thing that you're there. Yes.
I'm glad.
Because the food is all based off of you.
Together. Right. No, I mean, yeah, exactly.
That is awesome.
Cocky sandwich number 1.
Now, do you guys run any kind of weekly specials or
Sure.
fun things to get people in the door?
Yeah, we do half-price apps, 4 to 6 during the week, Monday through Thursday. We do a burger and a beer on Friday night after 6. We do tonight. We have moolies and frites, and last night was nacho night.
So classy.
So movies and frites. So tell me about that.
Mussels and frites.
Oh, mussels and
Sorry.
frites. I was like movies and frites.
Yep. Dave's nervous.
Mussels and frites. Oh, I love mussels.
Yeah,
you should.
They're good.
Who doesn't
Local
like
mussels out of Maine, and we make all our French fries in house. We don't buy them, so we use fresh potatoes. Yes.
Awesome. Now this question is directed towards you because you brought me a cocktail, and I want to know what
Finally,
is in it,
my time to talk.
I don't want to taste it. I know this is your.
I've been waiting to get tagged in. So this is fantastic.
So I don't want to taste this without knowing it's not poison in here, right?
No, it's actually it's actually mostly whiskey. So
mostly whiskey. Okay.
You're welcome.
So
I know it's like almost 4 o'clock, so now is a perfect time.
Just right.
To get that buzz going.
I can have a sip now, and I'll wait until later to finish
It's a slow sipper.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is going to be Rittenhouse Rye, my favorite rye whiskey, as far for mixing goes. I do a little cherry brandy.
It's really nice.
Benedictine, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, give it a nice slow and subtle turn. Orange expression on top. I love oranges. I prefer oranges to lemons most of the time.
Really?
I like the subtle sweetness. I think that oranges pair well with rye whiskey because rye whiskey is so aggressive and like it has that heat to it. So the orange adds like a nice little sip of sunshine to whatever you're having.
A nice sip of sunshine.
That's right.
That's a great way to kind of describe this. It definitely
Thanks.
is warming.
I've been
definitely
practicing,
warming.
so
yeah, just
no big deal.
bit.
You know.
Definitely. And I'm not gonna lie. I am not big on whiskeys and bourbons.
I actually make that cocktail I actually put it on the menu.
I was gonna say
because
this is good for like
this,
people like me.
This is a good whiskey cocktail for those that think they don't like whiskey. Like
And
the
then you
Clover
try it.
Club is a cocktail for people that think they don't like gin. I'm like, no, you actually love
Okay,
whiskey.
you might
You
bring
just
me
haven't.
over
You
to
just
the dark
haven't
side.
had. Well, I got you. I'll be right over there. I just, you just haven't had a proper rye whiskey cocktail. In the words of Aziz Ansari, treat yourself.
Treat
yourself.
Yes. Maybe I'll have to give it
Little Parks and
another
Rec.
try.
Dude,
try some
Give
bourbon.
it the old college try. You just might like it.
Absolutely, definitely. So is this your favorite cocktail to make? Is that why you brought it with you today?
Well, it's an original, so I know the bar manager pretty well. He's a good friend of mine.
Definitely.
So he's okay. He's really hitting his stride, So that's probably my favorite cocktail to make because then I get to talk about myself, which is one of my favorite things to do.
Awesome. Who doesn't love that?
I was gonna
say probably my coworkers at this point. They're like, yeah, we get it. You travel around. You have tattoos. You've been doing this for a while. You used to cook. Yeah.
You're like, I'm a well-seasoned bartender. I know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like Scotch. I just get better and
better
better
with
and more expensive with age.
You are on fire.
I appreciate it.
Awesome. So where are you located on Westminster Street, and when should we come and visit you guys?
We're at 385 Westminster Street.
Awesome.
We're open 11:30 to midnight, Monday through Thursday, and then on the weekends we're open till 1 a.m.
Awesome.
So we're there for everybody all the time.
Now, when was the official grand opening? How long
About
have
3
you
weeks ago.
Oh, so
we're relatively new.
I actually haven't had a
Yeah.
grand opening yet. We did more of a soft open. Open the
opening,
doors.
but now open to the public.
Open the doors. Let's hope nothing terrible happens. And it's so far so good. So
And
three
so far,
three
nothing
weeks
terrible.
in,
Only great things have happened so far.
honestly, nothing but positive experiences for everybody across the board.
Like getting people who don't like whiskey to drink.
To try whiskey.
Well, the nice thing too
There
is
you
that
go.
it's like
That's awesome.
this city needs more cocktail bars, I think, because
I agree.
It's like who doesn't like a nice little cocktail every now and again, to sample it, to try it, see what's going on.
Definitely. And, we all think of that Prohibition era style, like speakeasy vibe, that atmosphere.
They're classics for a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason why the Sazerac's been around for well over 100 years. It's because it's tried and true. I didn't change the recipe. I didn't invent a Sazerac. I claim
how to make a good
I
one.
claim it sometimes just to see if anybody's paying attention. So there's probably 4 or 5 bar guests that think that I invented the Sazerac. So
They're going to go to another bar and they're going to say,
John,
this
I'm
other
sorry.
bartender made this amazing drink. He named it the Sazerac.
Yeah.
And they're going to give you all the credit for it.
I hope so. That would be sick. That needs to happen. Yeah.
Yes.
But people really need to come down and actually experience the environment.
Definitely.
Because
It's
it
a
is
beautiful,
a lot of deep
beautiful
wood,
building.
blues music.
Gold on the
It's
ceiling.
gorgeous.
Wow.
I was pumped. I was knocking a little Motown the other night. People were
There's
digging it,
like
man.
dim lighting and
Yes.
I mix a nice
Makes you feel
cocktail
very
to Marvin Gaye.
comfortable, warm, welcoming.
Because who doesn't want to be
inviting.
comfortable when you're drinking whiskey?
Who doesn't?
Exactly. I feel like I
Also,
would wanna,
who
cover
doesn't
it
look
up.
good
Yeah.
in low lighting?
Yes.
Candlelit.
Sounds like a great date night spot.
Yes,
say
yes,
so.
that's the goal. Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
And right, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow.
roll
so
in.
after
Roll-
dinner,
roll in.
where else are you going to go for an after cocktail drink?
Oh, you know what's
Okay,
you know
so
what's awesome?
You're looking for a great cocktail Valentine's Day to cap off your night.
You gotta
just
come
had a
to
great dinner.
Barnaby's.
Yeah.
Have to stop by Barnaby's for that awesome Valentine's
Also,
Day.
Clover Club's a pink drink, just so you know. It comes out like a beautiful pink color, raspberry syrup, lemon juice.
Very
So
nice. So that's the theme.
we're gonna put a little heart on it for Valentine's Day.
Perfect.
I mean, I
That's
won't, but
just
I'll tell
so
somebody to do it,
sweet.
so.
Oh, okay.
Delegate.
Pass the word along.
Yeah,
Definitely.
middle management. I'm like, hey guys, do this now, please.
Now, where can we find you guys on social media so we can stay up to date with all of your delicious drink specials?
Yeah, www.barnabyspublichouse.com.
Then
We have a
FWs.
Facebook page.
Awesome.
We're all over the place. So all you got to do is connect with Facebook and you'll see everything.
Yeah.
Very good. So we're going to definitely stay up to date with all of your runnings around and all of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
awesome fun
I'm on
things
Instagram too. If
happening
you
at
guys want to follow me
Barnaby's.
personally, no big deal.
Awesome. Well, thank
Yeah.
you guys so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us today.
Thanks for
It's been
having us.
a
We
good
appreciate it.
time. You've been certainly lively, fun guests.
Some may say we are the funnest guests.
The funnest
honestly.
guests.
Dave is nothing if not a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
This guy, he gets it.
Just come down and see me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Dave, what? He always jokes. This guy, he's a joker.
You guys are just like killing it right now.
I know. We should be back on TV sometime, though. You think?
This is gonna be a
Sure.
new career.
You can check back and just how's the status updates because we're running out of spring menu too.
Ooh,
very
okay.
shortly. New all fresh cocktails, some more egg white drinks, some bubbly cocktails.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to stay up to date. We'll follow you guys on social media. Make sure that we're in the know for your spring menu and all of the fun things that you guys are running, your specials, weekly, and whatnot.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all so much for tuning in until next week. We really appreciate you all tuning in and viewing all of our delicious food selections that we have here in Rhode Island. But don't go anywhere because we have news editor Kate Nagel coming up at 4 o'clock. Thanks so much.